is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to speak about some stonks. Look at all of these stonks. It's been a while, and I've been getting asked about the same stocks continually. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a quick fire round. There are 7 stocks we are going to speak about today. It will be timestamped in the description down below if you want to go check out any of the particular ones. You do you, my friend. I am going away next week. I am going to see some family who I have not seen for a couple of years, and I'm so excited. And I decided, you know what? Let's just give my thoughts on these things while they're here. Some of them are doing well, some of them are doing terribly. I just want to let you guys know where my head is at. We won't be going through these stocks in any particular order. And right before we get into the first one of the day, can I please ask you, my friend, to hit that juicy like button? It really helps me out a lot. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if any of the stocks we speak about today are ones that are on your watch list, you're invested in, you're happy with, you're very upset with. And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, consider hitting that juicy red subscribe button. So first of all, we're actually going to be speaking about Biolase, who we haven't spoken about in a long time on the channel. You will see they went up 45% at their peaks on Friday after really good news came out. But you'll see it actually only closed up 25%. This is the joys of penny stocks. Look, a $118 million market cap. So this obviously looks really good. You know, nothing was happening, then it shoot up in value. Go to that 1 month chart. Looks beautiful. 6 month chart. It's still down from the peaks. Me personally, I bought my shares here at about $1 a share, so I'm still down about 20%. Now, the reason this happened was because they reported significantly improved revenue in its second quarter as continued high demand for dental lasers from new customers fueled growth. I do have full videos on this company from months and months and months ago. If you want to go and watch them, the information is still relevant. You'll just have to go and fill yourself in with the most up-to-date quarters, etc. When the markets turned towards the end of February, the start of March, I trimmed a couple of my positions. Biolase was one of them. Everybody in the stock group will know that. I halved my position. It's now at a size where no matter what happens, I'm not going to be worried. I believe Biolase is either going to go up an awful lot over the next 2 to 3 years if they continue to perform as they are, or else it will continue to slowly trickle down, have its ups and downs. So basically, this is still a very high risk, high reward play. So, you know, be careful if you are considering investing. Let's talk about Chargepoint, baby. One I have been in for a long time. Right here was when I bought my shares. I bought most of them in the 14s. I bought some more up in the 16s, I believe. We're up about 70% or so. But you can see these guys have been all the way up in the mid 40s. They're currently down at $24 a share, giving them a market cap of about 7.7 billion. Now, with me, Chargepoint was one of the companies I bought very early on, very low. I reduced my risk, etc., etc. And I haven't really been happy to buy these companies as they've gone up. And if you go and look into the news articles, there's very, very mixed opinions out there from analysts and just journalists in general. Me personally, I'm a big fan. First things first, from its absolute peaks, it's still down very, very close to 50%. Now, for growth, that hasn't actually been unusual since, again, February or March, but still, that's a huge discount compared to what people were paying for them 6 months ago. Their latest earnings were good, but their next earnings are coming out September 2nd. Expect volatility. Expect large volatility, in my personal opinion. Overall, Q1 revenues increased 23.6%. The valuation is still quite rich, in my opinion, but that happens with these SPACs. That happens with EV stocks in general. I like Chargepoint a lot. Would I personally be happy to buy at these prices? Honestly, with long-term outlook, potentially, but I would still tread cautiously. Corsair Gaming, one of very few companies I have actually been willing to invest in over the last months. I've bought it on a couple of occasions now, and I'm going to continue buying it. I think at this price, at a 2.5 billion market cap, at a PE ratio of about 17, after coming down from those highs of $50 a share, yeah, this is one company I can confidently say I am very happy to buy at current prices. And again, I have been buying it, and I will more than likely buy more. I think it's moved up to my 3rd or 4th biggest position overall in my portfolio, up there with Lucid Motors, Tesla, and Palantir. Latest quarter, in my personal opinion, was very, very good. There were positives and negatives, but in general, very, very good. I made full video on these guys recently. Definitely worth taking a look in, even for diversification purposes, because I know a lot of people don't have too many gaming related companies in there. And if they do, a lot of people are looking at, you know, the golden nuggets, the DraftKings, etc. This is very different. It's one of the big boys. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Lucid Motors stock, what a journey it's been. We've literally been in these guys from day one. I have 390 free shares somewhere, I think, in the $12, $13 range, maybe even a little bit lower. I'm not 100% sure. We sold a lot of our shares, I think, in the mid 40s or low 50s. We made some very nice money here. Now I have a lot of money in there free. If I was looking at these guys for the first time, would I feel comfortable buying at these prices? If you go back and look at my videos from before, okay, like when we first found out Lucid was going public, or even before we knew for a fact they were going public, once Lucid started getting to the low to mid 20s, I was warning people. I said, you know, there's a lot more risk invested now than when we invested in the 12s and the 13s. That still stands true today. The same risks are still there. If you go back 3-6 months ago, not many fundamentals have changed with Lucid at all, for better or for worse. So my thought process back then is pretty much the exact same as it is now. Some things have changed. You could argue some things have gotten better, but nothing huge. But there is a reason why I'm still holding all 390 of my free shares in this company. There's a reason why I didn't sell any for profit, even when we were in the 50s. It's because I genuinely think the risk reward ratio here is fantastic in the long term, but in the short to even medium term, I think it's still a relatively risky company. But if Lucid does the things that they set out to do, they genuinely over the next 5-10 plus years could be worth an awful lot more than $38 billion. That's why I'm willing to leave that money there. And I think as far as EV companies go, you know, they're a more established name to an extent. They're a more well-known name, if nothing else. I think that they will perform well ultimately, but only time is going to tell. Palantir stock, I don't really think I need to say too much. I mean, I've covered them for a long time, but a lot of people on YouTube are speaking about them right now. The last quarter was obviously fantastic. And again, it's one of very few companies I've been willing to buy over the last few months. Am I happy to buy at $25 a share? Yes, I bought them back, I think, $26, $27 a share. The first time I bought them, again, we were down in the teens somewhere, but I dollar cost averaged up when we were at $27, $28. And since then, fundamentals and earnings, etc., have gotten considerably better. So I can say confidently, yes, I would be happy to buy at these prices, and I more than likely will. Virgin Galactic, it's the stock that keeps on giving and then keeps on taking. So me, every time I look at this chart, I just feel like a fool. I mean, when we saw it hit $50 a share again, it was pure ignorance, in all honesty, that led me not to sell, because I fully believed it would come back down to at least $30 a share, and that is where it ended up consolidating. But my ignorance held me back. My ignorance said maybe this is going to go up higher, because again, we had hit that same price pretty much back in February. And I thought potentially the good news, you know, of Richard Branson going to space, etc., could lead us to go a little bit higher. Maybe I got a little bit too greedy. Lesson is learned to an extent. You know, we see people buying and selling the news. I think I should have been on the selling side here, in all honesty. It is what it is. What do I think of them at $25 a share? Yeah, I like them. Do I think this is the lowest they ever go? Honestly, given the current market conditions and the current stigmations around this, that's not a word. Stigmations is not a word, Jack. But you get what I'm trying to say. A lot of what's being said in the news is negative. There's still a lot of people saying that, you know, the market doesn't really exist. It's not really there. Still very high risk, high reward. But there's something I love about this company. Thankfully, I bought my shares in the 13s and 15s predominantly. Yeah, be careful. Tesla stock. What is there to say about Tesla stock? Okay, we're at $717 a share. As far as growth goes, you know, they're not down the most compared to some other plays. Still more than about 20% for the top, because that's not the actual top. There's been good news, okay? They're facing the same struggles as every single other EV company. 5-year chart, they're only up 1500%. The 1-year chart, given the market we're in right now, they're still up pretty much 100%. They perform beautifully. Again, everybody who has a camera and a YouTube channel who speaks about stock speaks about Tesla. You more than likely know all the news. If you don't, you can very easily find it out. But yeah, they're still performing. They're still doing very well. Would I be happy to buy them at these prices? Yeah, why not? The first time I ever bought Tesla was right back here. It was the 13th of July, and you'll see it made a high and it came down for a bit. Okay, so this was after it had gone up quite a bit. And I remember getting a lot of people on YouTube giving me hate for buying at the tops because it proceeded to go down. At the time, I think it was more than that. I think it was about 10%, maybe even 15%. But look what happened. It went up, it came down, it went up, it's come down, it's going to go up. It's Tesla. They're not going anywhere, my friends. Tesla's one of those stocks where, you know, you're going to have to be able to deal with the volatility. I think everybody knows that at this stage, though. So am I happy to buy them at these prices? More than double where I initially bought them? Yeah. My friends, they are the 7 stocks I've been getting asked about a lot over the last week. I think it's because Biolase had, you know, a very good quarter. They had that 45% pre-market move. Chargepoint, you know, it's gotten forgotten about, but it's getting back to somewhat attractive valuations, and a lot of the others are just big companies. But anyway, my friends, that's my update. I hope the market has been treating you well, because I know it's been a tough time for a lot of people. I know stonks are weird. We all want to go back, you know, to the crash of 2020 when things were fun, when everything went up. But right now, in all honesty, in my opinion, things are a little bit boring. Just buy what you really believe in. There's nothing wrong with trimming some of those higher risk positions. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of extra cash either, in my opinion. Just do what you're comfortable with, baby. But anyway, guys, if you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.